Hello, mis amigos, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing great and are having an amazing day. And today, you won't see my face at all, but instead, you'll get to stare at Ariana Grande's face for 9 minutes. You're welcome. Ooh, but first, good music. Anyway, in all seriousness though, I was finally able to draw something on camera that I don't hate. I've tried to do it a couple of times now, but for some reason all of them were trash. I'm telling you, trash. Yeah, I'm still not 100% sold on this one, not super satisfied with this result, and I'll tell you now, this drawing is not finished at all, because I never finish my drawings. But, and at the risk of this sounding super obnoxious right now, I like it enough to post it on Instagram, and so I called it a day. Well, I should probably tell you a bit about the way I draw. You've just seen me finishing my initial sketch, which I didn't include in this video because there are so many good and in-depth videos about the initial sketch on YouTube, and to be honest, I basically only grab a pencil and hope for the best. So my video wouldn't be too helpful then, I don't think. Anyway, my drawing process basically consists of the initial pencil sketch, which I erase most of afterwards so that I can only see it very lightly when I go over it with my watercolors, which I'm doing right now, as you can see. And my watercolors are from Schminke, by the way. I think that's a German brand. Either way, they're my father's, and he gave them to me a couple of years ago. So they're probably, I don't know, 20 years old by now, but they're still going strong, unlike my paper, as you can see. Yeah, I'm trying to fill up my sketchbook, and my sketchbook has mixed medium paper, and yeah, this is not meant for the amount of water that I use with my watercolors. And I use a lot of water with my watercolors because I'm too afraid to go darker. Yeah, I don't really know why, but for some reason, I'm too afraid to commit to the darker values. Because obviously, you can always go over lighter colors, but it's way more difficult to go over darker colors. So if you put down dark colors, then you gotta be extremely sure of where to put them. Yeah, and that's a bit of an issue. And yeah, as you can see here, like, why don't I go darker already? This reference photo has so many super dark parts. And here I am, still going super light because a boy is too afraid to commit. Ah, struggle. Be that as it may, after a couple of layers of watercolor, I finally go in with my colored pencils, and I use Prismacolors, which I spent way too much money on because I'm a stupid. Either way, when I first got them, I was kind of overwhelmed because I found it so hard to draw an entire drawing with only colored pencils. That's basically why I use watercolors first now, because that way I can lay down the basic values, shapes, colors, and sizes and whatnot first. And that makes covering the large areas with colored pencils so much easier afterwards. Yeah, so now we're saying bye-bye to the watercolors and hello to me colored pencils. Yeah, you were expensive, but we love you anyway. Either way, I can finally do some more detailed work now. As you can see, I most often start with the eyes for some reason, but unlike others who draw one area perfectly first and then move on to the next area, I basically draw everything at the same time. So sure, right now I focus on the eye and draw everything around it and the eye, but you'll soon find me with my hand everywhere. Yeah, I really gotta work on that. It's a mess. Ooh, we're zooming in now. It doesn't really look that great that close right now, but we're working on that as well. It just takes time, a lot of time. But maybe this way you can see the way I use my colored pencils, or yeah, the way I draw with colored pencils, the way I maybe even blend. As you can see, I use a variety of colors, and all of them I try to, and you can see that here really nicely, I try to draw using small circular motions. So basically I draw super many and super tiny circles everywhere, and I found that that way I can blend and draw the best. And I think that's all I can say about my technique. And the rest for me is basically just hoping and wishing that it looks good in the end, really. Anyway, so we're working on the nose now. Yeah. Okay, no, I'm basically drawing everywhere, as I said in the beginning of this video. Ooh, this is also what I do. Sometimes I blend using my fingers. It doesn't work that well with colored pencils, obviously, especially not with Prismacolors because they're super oily. No, waxy. Wait, is that an adjective? I have no idea. What I'm trying to say though is that in Prismacolors there is a lot of wax, and that can make the blending a bit difficult, especially when you've already put down a lot of layers. And so sometimes I use my fingers, sometimes I use a paper stump thingy. Yeah, my art teacher from school would hate me because she hated whenever we even thought about potentially blending with our fingers or whatnot. I mean, I get it if what you're trying to achieve is that you can still see the pencil strokes and whatnot, but this is just one of the super many amounts of art styles. And if my style is that you can see the pencil strokes, then let me blend. Art teachers, am I right? Anyway, I chose to draw Ariana because, I don't know, it's so weird. Only recently I realized that I've never actually drawn her. For some reason, I never thought of her whenever I wanted to draw. And so I basically had to change that. Yeah, I listened to her music so much from 2014 through 2017, maybe? To be extremely honest, she kind of lost me with Sweetener, and please don't hate me, I still like her super duper much, and I listen to her music regularly, but I could only listen to Sweetener maybe 4, 5, 6 times? I don't know, at some point I just thought it's stupid to try and force myself to like the songs when there's so many other songs out there that I love and could listen to instead. Then I obviously was afraid to listen to Thank You Next, but ended up loving it. But somehow only found myself listening to it for, I don't know, maybe a week? And I haven't listened to it ever since, which is so weird. I don't know. Please don't hate me. I still love her though. Anyway, the details now. I'm using a Posca pen to draw super wet lines, which I then go over with cream colored pencils to make that work as hair. And there you go. This is my Ariana Grande drawing. Good enough for Instagram at Vincento. Shameless self-promo. Be that as it may, I want to thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you liked it. Could maybe learn something from it. Either way, I hope you enjoyed it. And as per usual, nos vemos la próxima vez. Y bye!